Hello. It's good to see you all again. Right now, I'm just going to stick the phone in the window, listen to the nice kind of rain, the cars going by for a while, and then I'll see what happens after that. I hope you all doing okay. Spring cleaning just about killing me today, but it's okay. It's pretty much done now. I'm just picking up, and there's just a lot of things that should be working right that just just don't seem to usually be working right. And I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. We all have different things like that, off and on throughout our lives. Seems like especially now more than ever, if you feel that way too, then I can relate to that, you know, especially with these cell phones and, you know, electronic electronic gadgets and gizmos and everything. And it's not figuring out how to use them all the time either. It's like um, you tap something and it works like my other cell phone. I got this new one because I felt like I hit it too hard. I tapped on it too hard. And my wife used to tell me that too, before she passed away. It's like, you're tapping that thing too hard. All you have to just barely touch it. So I've done nothing but do that with this new one, just go real easy on it. And now it's like I just all of a sudden today, I tap, 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 no matter what, and nothing moved, nothing changed it. I hit it, you know, don't like that, hit it kind of hard like that. And you know, then it responds. But like not until I did that, and I don't want to do that. I want to just be able to hit it easy. So it's just, you know, stuff that just doesn't make sense can drive you crazy sometimes. I know we all know that. Anyway, I'm just going to put this in the window for a little bit, and hopefully the sound of the rain, the cars going by a little bit, you know, will come through okay anyway for people to listen to. And hopefully, just relax a little bit. And I've got to be around doing some stuff, but I just didn't want to let that stop me. And I wanted to put it there while the rain was still going on. And I'll just show you the kitties for a minute before I do that. Hey, you two silly heads. You doing okay? Yeah? Good? Okay. Daddy just wanted to show you to all the other people. Because you're looking so cute. Bopping each other like that. Okay. I'm going to turn it back around. There we go. Okay. I'm going to pop this in the window like I said. I'll be back in a little while. As soon as I get a few things squared away over here. I mean, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just going to be here anyways. But I'll come back to it. I know, it seemed like I forgot about you. I started to get your food, and then I stopped and got distracted. I sorry. I'm getting it now, though. if there is anyone out there that might want to ask any questions or anything or say anything, well, you sure are all invited to, and you're welcome to, and I will do everything I can to see them and answer them. Uh, and I just wanted to assure you of that. I didn't want to forget saying that because, you know, I'm still very interested in you and everything y'all have to say, and I do care a lot. I'm just, not feeling quite right on myself today, as usual, because of, just the normal things in life, not everything going. Sometimes it just feels like the older I get, the more I learn, the harder I work, the more I try, just like y'all sometimes too, like everyone sometimes. Just, the dumber I feel, and sometimes not just the dumber I feel, just the more things just aren't going right, I don't go right. It's, I know that God's in control of anything, the Lord's in control, and I need to just be giving it all to Him, and just put my faith in Him, and I am doing that, I am, but you all know how it is. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do all the time when it just seems like, you know, things just, you know, they don't seem like hopeless because I know things will get better and I know everything's going to be all right, and it is. It's not bad, and things can always be worse, and everything's relative, and I know all that, and so do you. And I just hope, I ain't like wasting all your time, and I hope that, something I say, resonates with you a little bit, or, you enjoy some things I say in some of the videos I make, and some things I say in the videos I make, because a lot of times I feel like, you know, it's just, I'm not contributing enough to people, and it's probably not even worth it, but I know everyone can feel that way sometimes, especially when you're just living by yourself at home, and, it seems like everyone is dying or dead, or passed away, I mean, and family and friends, and, you know, uh, I don't want to sound pessimistic though. I'm sorry. I know I am. I know I have been. So I am really sorry about that. I apologize because everything is going to be all right. And God is there, and He is in control. He's on the throne still. I know that. And I know, you know, hopefully y'all do too. And, uh, okay, I'm going to put this down for a minute again. I switched it to the good camera. That's why I got up to turn it around, because evidently this one that I'm facing right now, this is called the selfie camera, but the one with the camera lenses on the other side of the phone, those are supposed to be much higher quality and take better quality videos and pictures. So they say anytime if you can use those, they're better to use. So I got up to do that. I'm gonna switch it back. I came over here to do that. I'm gonna switch back to that again. Okay, y'all, like they say, without further ado, hopefully I'll be able to relax again pretty soon without my yapping and blabbering. See, there it goes. Are you sure you want to what? No, I don't want to do anything. So I'm sure I want to what? I don't know what you're asking. I'm sure I want to do, but I don't want to do anything. I'm sure I don't want to change anything on this phone right now. Sure of that much. Yeah, you can tell now, can't you? Yeah, coming. This is the treat food. Yeah, the treat food's coming. And y'all don't have to see me to hear what I'm saying, I don't think right now, but I'm sure my sugar's low too. I haven't eaten anything today. I gotta get something to eat. And that low sugar can throw you right off. Anyone that's got diabetes knows that, you know. As much as it's under control, even if it's under control, with any one of us with diabetes, which is probably a lot of us, knows how that low sugar can just throw everything off. Okay, there's one for y'all, and put this over here for you too, Romeo, so you can have your own for a little while anyway. There you go, until the boys try to take it away from me. Alright, still gotta wash that other floor. Sounds like the rain's stopping anyway. It's pitter-pattering a little bit. Maybe a little bit of ASMR mixed into this one. That's just to help me and other people to relax a little bit. I know a lot of people our age don't really believe in it, but there's something to it. Got my water ready to wash another floor over here. Continuing the spring cleaning that I've been doing all day. It's alright, it's alright. See, you come over to eat hers and you get started. tracking more leaves than I do. Tracking more leaves. It seems like I'm just constantly sweeping up your leaves. Sweeping up your leaves. Gotta be better than it was before, no matter how it comes out. Washing the floor does help build up your muscles. Okay. Y'all done? You want to go out? Junior, are you looking to go out? Come over here if you... Oh, alright. It's all wet in front of that door. Come on, Junior. You want to go out this way? Come on, Junior. You want to go out this way? Junior. Never mind. Don't step in all that, Junior. Bleach and water mixed together. Don't step in the bleach, Junior. I'm sopping it up right now. Okay, Junior, this is going to take a little while to dry anyway, so we're going to put a towel over it. Put this over it so you can walk over it. Put the weight over it. You'll be able to walk over it now, do you? Without hurting your feet. But it is still raining now. I'm opening that up like that. Okay, Junior, ready? Come out. Stay on this. Ready? You want to come out, Junior? Well, it might not look it, but that floor sure is a lot cleaner than it ever was since I lived here. Virginia, you can get rain on up on the roof as much as down here. More, I mean, you know what? I don't think so. Crazy house all full of stuff. That's what happens when you get older. You just have a lot of stuff sometimes. Well, I don't know how to pause that. Add a Q&A sticker. Q&A, my comfort food. Well, my comfort food is a Polish food, and it's called gołąbkis. That's always been my comfort food that my grandmother used to make. I don't know what your comfort food is, but y'all can let me know if you want. I wouldn't mind hearing about it. I'll tell you what. See if I can put mine up there again. I wonder where it went. Well, there it goes again. I'm trying to put the answer down, and I was trying to put the answer down for my comfort food, and the whole thing just disappeared anyways. I guess this one's a little bit different than the other ones. There's probably no one out there listening. I don't blame them, But hi to any of you that might be out there listening. And thanks for stopping by. I think I'll go get me some water or something and sit down there for a little bit. see. Yeah, take this one. Oh boy. Anybody out there? Like I said, I don't blame you if there isn't. I can't tell if there is or not anyways. I'm not seeing any, chat things or anything like that. And I might just be doing it all wrong again. No, I don't. I know one thing. I got this thing that popped up on my phone screen and I hate it. I can't get rid of it. It's another one of those things. It's a white circle that's kind of clear a little bit, but it's like kind of cloudy colored whitish circle with 4 squares in it. And then when you tap on it like that, I don't know what you can see now, but it comes up with it says recents and home and back and volume and screenshots and screen off, and it's got arrows, and it's all these like things to do things quick, power off menu, screenshot, so you just press the button and boom, it takes a screenshot. I don't need to do things really fast like that or anything, and I don't need a shortcut for it, but I'd rather not have it and be able to get rid of this thing when I want to, but I'll figure it out. And even if I don't figure it out that fast, I do have a couple friends down at Verizon now where I get my horrible internet from. It is terrible. I bought this, well, when I first got it, Verizon over here didn't have internet. But he said, but I was having a lot of problems with Optimum, the one that I did have. And I hope I'm not getting in trouble by mentioning any names. But the thing is, it's true. My wife and I had Optimum internet Wi-Fi for about 5 or 6 years, and we didn't have any problem with it at all. Until, well, I will say because that the man came over and connected it, when we first got it, and made sure that it was working fine and all that. And, since then it all was. And like I said, it worked fine for about 5 or 6 years. And actually, we had it for a few years where we lived before we moved here, was that Optimum. And it was called Suddenlink back then. The Optimum company bought the Suddenlink company. And so that's why Optimum is kind of like two companies right now. It's got the cell phone branch, the cell phone company, which seem to be really good. They seem to be really caring and everything and knowledgeable. Excuse me. I'm just dying of thirst. Like I said, I got this water. Apparently it came from Hawaii, but I got it at the Dollar Tree. That's pretty good. Oh man, I'm so thirsty. And well, anyway, so our internet started going in and out. Oh, that was about a year after my wife had passed away. And my internet the Wi-Fi and the internet started going out. So I called the Optimum company and asked them if they would send someone over to take a look at it. And they told me, no, we don't send anyone over anymore, but you'll have to call the technical support number, So I did that, and it turned out that even I, and old and unknowledgeable about a lot of these technical things as I am, even I knew a lot more than the two techs that I talked to that were the supposed experts at the Optimum Company customer service tech support place. Because, I told them, well, you see, when it started going in and out, I talked to the people at the Optimum phone office, and because they are the place where this stuff is mixed together a little bit. They still distribute your what they call modem routers, and they are what you have to have Wi-Fi internet in your home. You have to have one of these modem routers coming into the house, or at least I did. We did, and I still do. And so I talked to them about it at first. Like I said, they're really nice at the Optimum phone place. And they said, yeah, well, those things wear out after about 5 or 6 years. A lot of times they start wearing out. So that's probably why it's going in and out on you a little bit. They said, just disconnect it, bring it over. We'll give you, they said, you know what? You don't even have to disconnect it and bring it over. They said, just, yeah, disconnect it and bring it over. That's right. And we'll switch it out and give you another one. Then you can bring that home, connect that, and you'll probably be all right. So okay, fine. So I did that, and I connected it all, connected the new one, and I had done it all correctly. I did it all right, but I got the TV Wi-Fi to come on, so the TVs came on working, but the computer and the and and the phone worked and the TVs worked, but the computer and the my tablets, they wouldn't work. They wouldn't get the internet. So I figured, well, and minimal waste life, add a Q&A sticker, minimum, it's saying, I'm reading what it's saying down here. Add a Q&A sticker, minimum waste life. I have no idea what they mean by that, minimum waste life. That doesn't make even any sense to me. Add as AS moderator. Put user in timeout. I guess I don't know anything about this. Really, I didn't even know this menu was here. Hide user on this channel. No. Managing moderator. Can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also has capabilities of standard moderators. I've never even seen this before. Standard moderator can review and remove chat messages and hide or put users in timeout. Well, I sure have never even thought about anything like that. And I don't, there's no one I want to put in timeout or anything. So, I don't know what. Hide user on this channel. No. I guess I'll just get that menu out of the way. Doesn't look like anything I have to do or want to do. Oh, this looks like some people might be watching. Top fans just came on by itself, and there's 4 people. I see you. It says the number 1 top fan, it says, is at AU, and I'm trying to make your name come up so I can see you. I see the picture of your face, but I can't see, I see your picture, your photo, but I can't read it. The only part it's letting me read is at capital A U and then dot dot dot. And as much as I click on it, nothing else comes up. But I'll find you on my computer anyway, I'm sure. And at FR, same thing, dot dot dot. And that looks like a pretty cool picture. I can't try to expand it, but I can't do that. And then it looks like DOD or D, and that's at just capital D and dot dot dot. And again, I'm tapping all over it, trying to expand it. Can't do it. It's not doing anything. And Mr. Penguin at Chastity ST dot dot dot. And the same thing. I can't tell the rest of it or anything. And what the? Choose a game to stream with. No, not right now. Thank you. That go down. But I will try that sometime probably. Anyway, that one that I was just looking at just disappeared. I don't know. Report message: unwanted commercial content or spam, pornography, child abuse. No, I don't have any message like that to report. Harassment, bullying, self-injury, misinformation, hate speech. It's got all these negative things that I guess if I hear someone saying during my live stream or something like that, I can report it. Well, I sure haven't heard anyone saying any negative things like this, and I don't have any reason to report anything like this. So I'm going to press this cancel on this. That just came up by itself. There we go. Okay, that screen just kind of came up by itself too. But oh, okay. I pressed that top fans. There they are again. Okay, I just was able to make the top fans come back up. And let's see what happens if I press this little question mark thingy over here. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points, or capital XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages. Send super chats and super stickers. Oh, those are the things that you pay for. Okay, I've done that on other people's sites. I do not have that implemented on this site yet. That's if you want to donate money to the person like me that's doing the live stream. I don't have anything, any kind of platform set up for any of y'all to donate any money to me in any way, shape, or form. And that would be nice to have. But I don't even know if there's anyone out there that would want to anyways. But I don't have anything like that anyways. I'm too new at it and I don't know how to do it. But I have a couple. So, but let me go back. This is pertinent now. I was saying how, to make a long story short, and I'm usually doing it the other way around. I'm usually a person that makes a short story long, as you know by now. Unfortunately. And anyway, so things with Optimum just went from bad to worse, I'll give you the example of why I said I knew more than their top 2 techs that I called, because when I told them, I said, now, the whole story of what happened, like I just told you, and so I got the TVs working. I still don't have internet on my computer or my tablets. Okay. He says, well, do you have your computer connected to this modem router with an Ethernet cable? I said, no, of course I don't. It's supposed to be Wi-Fi. He said, well, it won't work without that. I said, well, that's kind of interesting because it worked for the past 5 years over here at this house, and it worked for about 6 years over at our other house, without any Ethernet cable connected to uh, the cable modem router from any computer in our house, and it worked just fine. I said, so I know that, that's not necessary to have Wi Fi. I said, as a matter of fact, I'm surprised that they have you as the expert because really what you're describing to me right now is actually the complete opposite of what Wi Fi is. As a matter of fact, it's my understanding that Wi Fi means it doesn't have to be connected through cables. I said, and I know that, yes, of course, if something's connected with a cable, it would probably come in even better and work better, but it is most certainly not necessary in today's day and age with today's technology. And it never has been necessary for us to be able to use our computers and be on the internet in our own home. And it's not necessary right now. I said, and he, oh yeah, it is, he says, and then he started getting mad. He started getting mad at me, very upset. I am the expert. I know. You don't know what you're talking about. You never had internet reception without having a cable connected from your internet modem router to your computer. You're lying about that. That is not true. It's like, what the heck? And I'm just saying it because that's kind of the accent that he was talking to me with, and I don't have anything against people with foreign accents, but that's what that's what it was. And I mean, that's not the reason for anything, but that's just what he sounded like. So I just threw in a little hyperbole, I guess, there, a little, not really exaggeration, because that is what he sounded like, but I just demonstrated a little bit for the effect of you being able to know just even more, particularly what he sounded like on the phone, the supposed tech expert. So I said, well, do you have a supervisor or someone I can speak to, someone else over there, anyone else? He said, no, you talk to me. You don't speak to anybody else. I am the tech expert. I said, okay, well, I think I'm going to have to hang up on you because I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with you here, and you won't put me on with anyone else. And he says, oh, I'll put you on with someone else. I will put you on with my supervisor all of a sudden. Okay, thank you. So I waited, and he kept talking, and finally the person came on that said he was the supervisor, and he was even worse than that first guy, and so self righteous and so, you know, acting sure of himself and like I was so stupid and I didn't know what I was talking about. And yes, of course, uh, all your devices. I said to him, I said, you mean you're trying to tell me that in order for me to get internet on my computer or any device in my home through your laptop modem here, through Optimum's laptop router modem here for my laptop to get internet on it, it has to be absolutely connected with an Ethernet cable to this modem router. And any device in my house, including all my tablets and everything, will not get any internet ever unless they're connected with the Ethernet cable. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That is what I am telling you. That is right. That is correct. I'm glad you're finally understanding that now. I said, wow. And I let him keep talking for a little while. And then I just had to break in. I said, look, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, that's not true at all. And it's hard to believe that you're supposed to be the tech expert and the only one at Optimum in the whole Optimum company that I can talk to are you and that guy before you who was just about as dumb as you are, you know? And then that really set him off. Dumb? Who you calling dumb? You saying I dumb? You dumb. You the stupid one. Okay. So anyway, this is the kind of thing I went through with Optimum, and I called them to tell them I should have tried to find another office maybe, but I went back to the office that of the Optimum phone place, who, like I said, they're all nice and good and intelligent over there, and I never had any problem with them. And I told them what happened, and they said they can believe it because they've heard that many times before. Many people have told them that before about Optimum and Optimum supposed expert technicians, and they said they believe that's part of the reason why Optimum was practically going out of business, or they're having a lot of specials and things now that I won't say they're practically going out of business, but you know they were having this problem, and so I told them, I said, well, I'm not gonna. I said it's been a week or over a week now that I haven't had internet, and Wi-Fi, and this seems to be the only uh, response that Optimum has when I'm explaining this to them is talk to these two ding dongs, And I said, so I'm gonna have to find some other internet service provider somehow. And they said, yeah, we understand, the Optimum people at the Optimum phone place. And so not many, unfortunately, internet service providers come to my house out here. I don't really know why, because it's not that far out in the sticks. It is kind of in the woods. It's not right in a city or anything, but anyway, the one that did was Verizon. And when I first went down and talked to them at the time, they said, well, we have not had internet. We have not provided internet here, but we are now starting tomorrow. So if you come back tomorrow, we'll get you all set up with it. And I said, well, that sounds good, because I've been waiting for a while and I haven't been getting anywhere with the company that I had for about the past 10 years, Optimum, unfortunately. And so I went back the next day. My hand's starting to shake a little bit now. I've been holding this for a while. And I should have it on a stand, I guess. But anyway, so I talked to the people down there at Verizon, and they were nice. And it's about a mile away from my house. And they said, well, yep, we have our new Wi-Fi service just starting today now. And but it is a light. It's light Wi-Fi. So, but if you say it's just you, and I said, yeah, it's just me. My wife's gone now, and there's no grandkids around or anything. It's just me by myself now. And they said, well, it should be enough for you. The light Wi-Fi, and that's all they had anyway. So I said, okay, I'll take it. And but ever since I have had it, I've had problems with it too. That we never had with Optimum. We never had any problems with Optimum until the modem router that we had for all those years started to wear out, and I went and got the new one. And then, as I said, told them I needed a little bit of help making it work, making it all work correctly. And that was the only help that they could give me, was the number to call those two idiots. So anyway, so I have the Verizon now, but it's the Verizon Lite. And that, like I said, the people down there are really good. They're really nice. They're knowledgeable. They're really great. I really like them, and I like having them for support. But they have not been able to solve the issue with my internet being too weak and the Wi-Fi being too weak and everything just coming to a stop, and slowing down, and basically doing the same thing that I had started to do with Optimum, and they haven't. But they did. They were able to bring it up right away, though, and they didn't have to send anyone over or have anyone come over anyway. They just told me how to do everything from their office, and when I did what they said, then it worked. And but it's never been that good. So I'm looking around for another internet service. But in the meantime, I have bought a couple different things. Like one's called a Wi-Fi extender. So I bought one of them, and it's a good one. It's a brand name good one, and that didn't really help that much because I didn't. That helps to extend it around the house and make your Wi-Fi bigger. So if you only get it in one room in the house or a couple rooms, or if you have a two-story house and you only get it downstairs, with that extender, you can get it in the whole house and it extends your Wi-Fi out around the house. But that's not the problem I was having. I was having the problem with the strength of the Wi-Fi. You know, not not the circumference of the Wi-Fi around my house, because I just wasn't having that problem. And but so I got that anyway, thinking hoping maybe it might help, but it probably extended it. The you know subpar Wi-Fi that I had, it probably extended that out a little bit, but it didn't make it any better. So I bought what seemed like a pretty good, what's called a Wi-Fi repeater, and you plug that into a socket, and it's got all these little antennas on it, and all kinds of lights and stuff that light up on it. And so now I do have an Ethernet cable coming out of the Verizon router modem going into that extender, then coming out of the extender, going into that repeater, and going straight into my computer. And I have another one just going from the router modem straight into my computer. And it seemed to help a little bit at first, but that really hasn't solved the problem either. Now, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be living here. I mean, what I'm getting at is, when my wife was alive, we had a camper, a little camper. It was just a little camper. It was only a 13-footer, but it was great for us too. And we traveled quite a bit around the United States with that. And we stayed at the beach for a year in it one time. That was a fun experience, pretty fun, here in North Carolina at the ocean. Well, it's called the Pamlico Sound. It's connected to the ocean. And anyway, that was a fun time. That was good. And but that camper got a little bit wrecked up during Hurricane Florence, because we were still down there when Hurricane Florence hit. As you know, in North Carolina, we have a lot of hurricanes. And I fixed it up, and I was almost able to get it back home. But for lots of reasons I won't go into, the tongue broke off it and stuff, and I just was not able to get it back home. And so after Hurricane Florence, we ended up losing that little scamp camper. But I'm planning on getting another one. And, I got the truck now. I got the big GMC SUV to pull it with the nice, hitch on it and everything. So I'm all ready with that. And I've started looking at them. and people have told me I might be able to find one on this thing called Facebook Marketplace. And I've looked at a few of those, and a couple I thought I was just going to be able to buy until I found out that I called them and found out that their price wasn't to buy them; it was just to rent their campers monthly, and weekly. So I haven't found a good one to buy on Facebook Marketplace yet, but it's not like I'm looking at it full time, 40 hours a week either, because I really am busy doing lots of other stuff too. But eventually I'm going to get a camper and start moving around. I'm still going to own this house for a while anyway. And, well, it's, if things work out well, then I probably will be looking for, another place that I might like living at, a little bit better than this, because it is kind of lonely out here, just by myself, even though I have the kitties to keep me company. I figure I want to travel around from campground to campground, be able to meet people and maybe help people along the way, and maybe find a place that I think might be a good place to live, even if it is at a campground or something like that. Like I said, we lived at that campground at the beach for a year at the Pamlico Sound, and that was great. I wouldn't mind doing something like that again. And if I find the right place, might work out to be something permanent, kind of permanent, you know. And so I don't know how much longer I'll actually be living here, but I am working on trying to fix this Wi-Fi situation because it is too weak and it is really not good now. But I hope y'all are doing good out there. Next time I'm gonna try. I thought actually the other times I did these live streams, people did start automatically coming up on the screen asking me questions and stuff, and talking to me, making comments. I don't know why that's not happening this time, but maybe it's because I was kind of using the live stream just so I could make videos longer than 3 minutes, because like a lot of people on YouTube will say, there's tons of videos saying, how do you make a YouTube video longer than 15 minutes? Well, I haven't even been able to make one that's 15 minutes. The only way I've been able to do that is through a live stream. And there's plenty that'll tell you, well, you have to be verified. Once you're verified, then you can just go to video and blah, 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 do this one step and that step and that step. And I've done all those steps, and I'm not a total idiot. And they say I'm verified. I seem to be verified, but it still hasn't worked for me. So that was part of my frustration from what I was talking about earlier before too. When things should be working out, but they're just not working out that good. It may be a little tougher when you're kind of older like me and just live by yourself and don't have anyone to ask any questions and bounce things off of. And the only thing you really have to ask questions to a question that I'm asking, and because questions can be a little bit ambiguous, and a lot of times I'll ask them how to do something, and they'll start telling me what to do, like what I should do. I said, no, I know what I want to do. I want to know the steps, how to do it, how to make it work, how to make it happen. What buttons I need to press, and what screens I have to have bring up, and how to do that, and so on. And so that has not come easy for me to find out everything on my own like this. But a lot of people I know, especially around my age, don't even have a YouTube channel, and I've had one for about a year now, and I made about 300 videos, even though a lot of them are short and shorts. I guess I've done 5 or 6 of these live streams, maybe 7 or 8, and but I know I haven't. I've done them without knowing much about them. I know how to start them and go on them like this, you know. But like I said, right now I don't know how to make the screen so I can see, anyone's questions or anything like that. Oh, okay. Now I just move my finger up and down, and now I can see. Okay, okay. It's just like 1 or 2 at a time, and it's way down at the bottom. Well, thank you, folks. It looks like a lot of them have already gone by. I don't know if I'll be able to bring you all up again, but it says, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy, blah, 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 learn more. So I'm going to say hi to the ones I can see here now anyway. Aubrey Shizler, or Shizler, I hope I'm not saying that wrong, said hi, and there she is, aw, and hi again, and Chastity Star Key, there's your whole name, that's the penguin person, hi, hello, thank you, and Frosty MM2, hi, hello to you, hi to you, and D&D Boss, okay, boss person, absolutely, hi, and hi to you, and Frosty MM2 saying hi again, it looks like. Boy, I love all of you people. I'm sorry I didn't see your names down there before. I did, when I tapped that one button, I saw a few names come up, that I had mentioned. And like I said, I'm always learning more about it. And this is by far the longest one I ever did. Oh, I tapped on something on the screen, and where it says learn more, and it just went to like a book, instructional booklet, and I sure don't have time or inclination to read all that stuff right now, and I don't want to be rude to you all and be away from you all right now either. There's a circle going around. Now it says I'm live again. It says I was disconnected again for a little while. I don't know when, and I don't know how much everything I just said was disconnected, but anyway, apparently some of it was, so sorry about that. If I was disconnected for that long, I don't know. I have no idea how long I may have been disconnected for, or connected for now, but it says I'm connected now, so probably not going to keep this going a whole lot longer, though, but I sure appreciate all you people. I should be able to see that on my computer. I really want to kind of write those down. Yeah, I have to be able to see them. I know I sure will recognize them whenever I see these names again. Frosty MM2, DND Boss. I'm just going through all your names again. Chastity Star Key, that's so cool. Aubrey, I always loved that name. Aubrey Shizler. I used to have a godchild named Aubrey, and that's where the list is stopping now. Okay, well, at least I saw that. Tap that again. Okay. I love that penguin you got there, Chastity. And I love all of y'all's pictures too. Now, I don't know if you can just see the top of my head now. Or my whole face, because when I hit this top fan, that took up about 3/4 of the screen. But I'm going to make it go back down again. There we go. Okay. Oh, now it's kind of stayed on the way it's supposed to, the way it used to. Oh well. Living and learning. I guess it's okay. Thank you all so much for being here. And I pray for every one of you, Lord. Please be with these people and, such good, caring people. I can tell, I know that, and I sure appreciate them visiting me like this when I'm doing this live stream. And I will be back doing more. I've been making videos, but unfortunately, they haven't all come out right. I haven't deleted any. I had to switch a few to private until I can be able to edit them a little better because they're not really good enough to just put public right now. And some of them that I made just really didn't come out. The audio came out, but the video didn't come out, and vice versa. So it seemed like everything was going pretty good for a while there, and as I learned more, things were getting better and better. I was able to do more stuff better, and I do know a lot more now than I did last year when I first started. Like I just learned how to put text into my what they call thumbnails, and what the thumbnails are the pictures that you see on your TV screen of the YouTube videos when you're looking at YouTube on your TV. Well, those pictures, those little rectangle pictures, those are what they call thumbnails. And I never knew how to do any artwork or anything on mine. I didn't know how to put words on them, text on them. So I did just learn how to do that. And you might see a couple of them I did of the rain. I put a little picture of a little frog head and a little duck and a few little things like that, and, I was able to put, like Carolina rainstorm, for relaxation and stuff like that. But I know we all just get our ups and downs sometimes. I'm probably gonna have to end this pretty soon for now, though, because like I had mentioned before, I hadn't had anything to eat today. It's getting pretty late. It's about 10 o'clock at night over here now. And I've been up since I never did actually get to sleep last night. I woke up a couple times in the middle of the night, I guess. The middle of the morning. So I know I dozed off a few times. I don't know how much sleeping I did. But that's part of the reason why I seemed a little, not quite my happy self, because I think my sugar may have been a little bit low. And any of y'all with diabetes, you can understand about that, or you might not even have to have diabetes to just get some low sugar and have it affect your mood a little bit, and your yeah, I guess mood's just a good enough word as any about that. But, so anyway, I love y'all. I'm gonna let you go for now, and so I don't have something to eat. I'm gonna try to get some sleep tonight. And thank you all for being around. I know that also I do want to say this. I have been very inconsistent about doing my live streams, and I'm learning and learned that the people that do the best with their live streams are people and the way it's best for all you people is if it's something that you can count on, that you can rely on. Like if I do them at about the same time anyway, like, and the same day every week, day or days. So I am going to try to do that from now on. I don't know exactly when yet, but eventually and hopefully sooner than later, I'm going to be able to say, okay, I'm going to do it every Sunday afternoon or evening at the particular time, so anyone that wants to can know when they can tune in and approximately tune in at least and see Jeffrey Starwolf, yours truly, doing the live stream. And so that's not really what I started this making these YouTube videos for, but I like doing it now. I like being able to be here and talk to y'all and have y'all listen to me and hopefully get some value out of anything that I say. If it's not just some companionship, and someone to listen to talking for a little while, and maybe we can learn a thing or two from each other too. But okay, thank you again. Maybe part of the reason why I do kind of like this live streaming type of thing that I had never really planned on was because I guess I do like talking. I guess I've always kind of liked talking, probably a little bit too much, if there is such thing. Okay, I'm sure there is. I know there is. And you all know that too. Okay. Okay. We'll see you next time. I'm not sure when, but before next Sunday, I'm going to hopefully be able to think of a time or at least a day, a couple days, like 2 days a week, when I can tell you I'm going to be doing a live stream. So, and approximately about that time of those days every week or every other week, every week probably. But sometimes I don't feel like I have anything to talk about. Yeah, right. Like I all of a sudden wouldn't think of anything to talk about. Oh my gosh. Um, okay. We'll see y'all later, all you beautiful people. And we'll see you next time. God bless you. And I know He's blessed me. And I hope y'all have sweet dreams. I hope y'all have a great night or a great rest of your day wherever you are, because I often forget that all you people are really all around the whole world. I've had people tune into these live streams, even though, like I said, I've only done a few, but people tune in from so far about 30 different countries around the whole world. I've had people tune in from Nigeria, all over Africa, South America, Central America, every continent in the world except for maybe Arctic and Antarctica and the North Pole. Haven't had anyone tune in that I know of from the North Pole or the South Pole, but that doesn't mean they can't. They could be tuning in from McMurdo Station for all I know, but I know they haven't so far because the YouTube analytics shows me the countries at least that the people are tuning in from. It doesn't say who is tuning in from where, but it'll be like, well, you got two people that tuned in from Amsterdam or something like that in a list. So hopefully I'll be able to see that and maybe even see where y'all are coming from. So again, love you and talk to y'all later. Talk to you next time. Okay. Bye, y'all. Am I sure I want to stop streaming? I don't really want to, but I kind of have to right now. Okay, I'll see y'all later. I don't really even want to say bye, just I'll see you later. I'll see you next time.